live. Hey man, welcome back to the Golden Goose DFS show, man. I am your host, Chandler Blakely, aka Goose, man. Here today bringing you another edition of my starting five for DraftKings and FanDuel, alright? But before we get into that, man, y'all know we got the lineup review, man. Got my best lineup pulled up right here with the updated starting five, man. It was a pretty low scoring night, man. I think like 350 ended up taking some down, man. But it was like if you broke 300 tonight or got close to it, you should have been in the money. Very low scoring night, man. A lot of the chalk plays missed, so that attributed to the low totals you see. But here's the lineup we pulled up right here, man. This is a $3 three max again. I came in 76th place, man. This won $10, man. Put up at 295. So let's get into the lineup breakdown, man. If you caught the updated starting five, man, you would have seen it was Dennis Smith Jr., Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Chris Middleton, Chetty Osman, and I went with Marvin Bagley, but I put a note and said if Holmes plays, go Holmes, which is what I should have did, but I was stubborn, want to stick to my guns with Bagley. It hurt me, cost me a few points. We could have finished a little better here, as Bagley didn't do much for us today, but. Just starting at the top, like I said, the updated starting five was Dennis Smith Jr., Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Chris Middleton, Chetty Osman, and Marvin Bagley or Rashard Holmes, depending on what you did. So let's start at the top with the chalk, man. Dennis Smith Jr. We know DeLeon Wright was gonna be out for a couple of games. They said so. We know it boiled down to Dennis Smith Jr. and what's the other? Saban Lee. Yeah. So we were looking at both of those guys and said it was anticipated that Dennis Smith Jr. was gonna get the start. We thought he was a good play at his price in that matchup. So we went there. We weren't too much. I wasn't too much worried about the ownership as his is a fairly cheap play, and we thought he would be getting 30 plus minutes, but he started and only played 14 minutes. So we got hustled right here, man. They hustled us with the Dennis Smith Jr. pick, man. We thought he was gonna get big minutes, but he only played 14. I didn't watch the game. I don't know if Saban Lee got hot and they just stuck with him or what went into that decision, but he was so on that he didn't really kill us. You can see he was 60% on in this one, so just a horrible performance. I guess you can say it's horrible, but he only played 14 minutes. So if you take that into account, that's a solid performance. I mean, if he gets more minutes, he probably gave you a better performance. But hey, we'll take it, man. It happens. Shooting guard, man, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, just a play I was on. You saw him on the video yesterday. I liked it his price. I liked it the matchup against Cleveland, man. He gave us a nice solid return with 51 fantasy points here. Love that. Next up was small forward, man. Chris Middleton. This is a guy, man. I told y'all in the video yesterday. I was just gonna keep running him out, man. He was at a great price, great matchup, nice game script here. And he was just too cheap, and he had just been struggling, man. We knew he had it in him, man. And I'm glad he rewarded me for sticking with him the past couple nights, because he didn't burn me the last couple nights. I done rolled him the last 3-4 games in a row. So glad it finally returned some value for me. He gave us a nice big performance, 62 right out, man. Probably the best per dollar play on the slate, man. I didn't look at all the performers, but Chris Middleton gave us a nice performance. Then I went Chetty Osman at the power forward, man. Just was trying to sneak a value play in here because I knew I wanted to pay up in some other spots. So we wanted to go Chetty Osman, man. He was just okay. Didn't help us to the top of the leaderboard and didn't kill us either, man. 25, we'll take it. And then the fifth member of the starting five was Marvin Bagley or Rashard Holmes, whichever one you played. I stayed with Bagley here. Should have been Holmes, but we just wanted to go back. We got the word that he was in the starting lineup with Rashard Holmes. He still saw over, I think he saw 28 minutes, something like that, but he just did all right, man, for his price tag. We needed a lot more from him. We could have finished a little higher here, all right? Rounding out the lineup, man, Jared Allen, man. If you saw the video yesterday, I was on him heavy. I felt like it was a good matchup against Horford. I felt like he was a little too fleet of foot for Horford down there and should have a big double-double. My assumption was right as he brought us in, 26 points, 17 boards, big 56-point fantasy performance. Gotta love it, man. Then I came back with Fred VanVleet at the guard spot. Another man once we knew Laurie was out, man, we knew Fred VanVleet was gonna run the show, set up the offense, man. He was coming in at pretty low ownership, man. I liked it, the matchup, and that's what led us to that VanVleet pick. He gave us a good return too with right at 50 fantasy points, man. And then just rounding it out, man, just whatever the salary could fit, man. Laurie being out, I wanted to go to Bembry, knew he was getting the start, 3,500. Hey, we probably should have went Jeffries, but we didn't know he was gonna get all those minutes. They said he would have been limited tonight, but he saw 35, 40 minutes tonight, something crazy Jeffries saw. That would have been a better play here in hindsight, but he gave us 15 points, man. Not much you can expect. About as good as you can expect from a guy cheap as Bembry and who's not used that much in the offense. So there you have it, man. My best lineup with the updated starting five last night, man. 295. Okay, man, but nothing to retire on, so we gotta get right back to it, man. Let's go take a look and see what I got cooking for y'all tomorrow, man. But before I do, man, please hit the subscribe button for your boy, man. Hit the like button, man. I greatly appreciate it. The likes have been going up, man. Let's keep it going. Let's try to get the most likes as we can tomorrow, man. Can we do a video with 50 likes, man? I'm trying to get to 50 likes. Can we do 50 likes for me tomorrow, man? Each one teach one, reach one, man. Tell a friend, bring them to the video, man. We here, all right? All right, let's look at tomorrow, man. Coming in at DraftKings, man. The starting five I got for y'all tomorrow, man. Open up at the top, man. CP3 in the matchup against Portland, man. Y'all know if y'all seen my videos in the past, I like to pick on Portland at the point guard spot, man. No better way to do it than CP3 right here, man. He's been balling the last couple of games, man. Pushing 50 fantasy points. Everyone except for the last game, which was a blowout. He didn't see that many minutes, but expecting this one to be a little closer. It's going to be an up-paced matchup for him, man. I like him going against Dame Lillard right here. Chris Paul, another one of those point guards, man, who gets up when he plays the other top point guards in the league, man. I'm expecting a nice performance from CP3 right here in this matchup, all right? Coming in as shooting guard. Side note, I do like Tyler Hero more than Jordan Clarkson, but he's just questionable right now. We don't know if he's going to play. But if he plays tomorrow, I'm probably going to switch over to him because I like him a little more than Jordan Clarkson. But for right now, I like Jordan Clarkson as well in this matchup against Charlotte, man. Nice up-paced matchup for him. Mike Conley is back, but Jordan Clarkson still gets his minutes regardless. So the thing with him, man, you just hope he can find his shot because he's a scorer, man. All his upside lies in scoring. We're gonna need a big scoring performance from him. I like him in his matchup. Price is coming back down. This 6,100 is very palatable. I'll spend some money on Jordan Clarkson tomorrow. All right, coming in as small forward, man. I like Gordon Hayward, man. The price keeps dropping on him. I'm not gonna jump off the bandwagon just yet, man. He's still the alpha over there, man. I like him. He's gonna get his shot attempts up. He just been struggling from the field as well, man. It's a little tougher matchup right here against the Jazz, so I'm hoping the ownership is down on him a little bit tomorrow. But I love going to Gordon Hayward at this price right here. Coming in at power forward, man. I know it's a tough pill to swallow. You see it. It's Kyle Kuzma, man. But here's why, man. It is a wasteland at power forward tomorrow on DraftKings, man. It is a wasteland. After Porzingis, it's just dealer's choice, man. You can pick anybody down there, and your guess is as good as mine. So I'm going to go with a guy who I know is going to get the minutes as long as he plays, and I know for sure he's going to take the shots. It's just whether he's hitting them or not, man. So I'm going Kyle Kuzma. in the up-pace matchup against the Washington Wizards, man. You know, up-pace matchups, poor defense, man, that should lend itself to an upside or a ceiling performance from Kuzma. Being hopefully he can find his shot and give us that performance, man, at 6,700. All right. And coming in at the center spot, man, a guy I want to go to is DeAndre Ayton, man. Staying in that Portland Trailblazers game. Up-pace matchup for him, man. Going against these Trailblazers. Hopefully I can get a little correlation with him and CP3 right here in the pick and roll sets, man. Hopefully a few alley-oops or some assists from Paul to Aiden that'll really give us a little correlation to help boost this lineup right here, man. But there you have it, man. My starting five tomorrow on DraftKings, man. Chris Paul, Jordan Clarkson, Gordon Hayward, Kyle Kuzma, DeAndre Ayton, man. Get y'all some exposure to these guys. Get them in your player pool, all right? Now, let's go take a look at FanDuel and see what we got going, man. FanDuel is going to look very similar, man. It's looking like a balanced build type day for me tomorrow, man. We got to wait and see how the injury news pans out, see if some value opens up. But it might be a balanced build slate, man, for me tomorrow. We'll see, like I said, once that news comes out. But staying at the top, man. Staying with CP3, I told you. It's the matchup, man. Up-pace game. I like him at going against the Portland Trailblazers, all right? Coming in at shooting guard, man, my favorite value over here on FanDuel, Eric Gordon, man. I think he is just too cheap, especially for this matchup against the Bulls. Another pace-up spot against a bad defense, man. I like Eric Gordon at his $5,300 price tag, man. You know, he gives you a few rebounds and assists, but his upside lies in scoring as well, man. So looking for him to get going. They probably gonna need a little offense to pull this one out against the Bulls, all right? Coming in at small forward, man. Gordon Hayward, couple 7,100, right around the same price over on here on FanDuel, man. Like his price tag, man. We just hoping the struggles have to stop before long, man. He's a good enough player where he's gonna find his stroke and get back going, man, and give us those 40+ performances like he was giving us in the beginning of the year. So staying right here with Gordon Hayward in this spot, all right. Coming in at power forward once again, man. Kyle Kuzma, man. You got a few more options at power forward over here on FanDuel, but once you get past the top two guys, it's the same thing, man. You can close your eyes and pick one, man. It's gonna be slim pickings at power forward tomorrow, all right? And rounding it out at center, man, staying with DeAndre Ayton, man. Like the price tag on him, a little bit cheaper. It's a great matchup, man. I'm expecting him to have his way with Counter down there, man. Offensively, he's going to have to work on the boards, as we know Counter's a strong rebounder. But offensively, he doesn't have any defense to worry about, because Counter is not good on defense at all. So I'm hoping he can get his offensive game going, man, and give us a big scoring performance, all right? But there you have it, man. My starting five on FanDuel: Chris Paul, Eric Gordon, Gordon Hayward, Kyle Kuzma, and DeAndre Ayton, man. Get you some exposure to these guys. Get them in your lineups. You know I'm going to have plenty of them, man. That's going to do it for me here today, man. This has been the Golden Goose DFS show. I am your host, Goose, man. Y'all know the motto: chances make champions. Y'all green up, man. I see y'all tomorrow, all right? Let's go.